Monday, July 5th, the year is 2021. So a few days ago, while I was out of the country in Mexico in Puerto Vallarta, Bill Cosby was released from prison. Bill Cosby's sentence was overturned, and they would not be able to pursue those charges again against him, mainly because he had a agreement with the original district attorney on this matter, and the original district attorney did not want to pursue these charges against criminal charges against Bill Cosby because I hope I didn't say Donald Trump at the beginning. I'm sure we're talking about Bill Cosby here. But anyway, the previous district attorney did not want to file charges because he didn't have enough evidence. And so he gave Bill Cosby clearance to talk about what took place between him and this young woman that was accusing him of drugging and raping her. And with that being said, he said he would not file charges against him at that time because he didn't have any evidence support to say what was done, so that Bill Cosby could talk in the civil case. In the civil case, Bill Cosby kind of explained his scenario between him and this young woman, in which in evidence gave evidence that could be used for a criminal to prosecute him criminally. However, the next district attorney made the decision that he would pursue using the testimony that Bill Cosby gave during the civil matter, that he would use that against him and file charges and proceeded to get a conviction because of what Bill Cosby said in that civil case. Now, remember, the first district attorney said he didn't have enough evidence, so he wasn't going to pursue this. But the second district attorney said, well, just because you went to the civil case, you pretty much said what happened. We have evidence here now, and we will file. But see, that was wrong. So the first district attorney was correct. He didn't have enough information. He let the case go. Well, no matter what was said in that civil case that Bill Cosby went to court and settled with this woman during the civil case. As to why they even went to court in that civil matter, I don't know why. Bill Cosby probably just should have settled and just been done with the period. What do you want, honey? Take this money and get the fuck on. My only problem with all this is the woman who accused Bill Cosby of this crime. It happened on several different occasions, more than once. And how many times would you allow someone to drug and rape you or assault you? You would think one time would be good enough, right? So this happened more than one occasion. Then she would continue to come around him and be in his presence and benefit from doing. And just kind of odd to me. If somebody has drugged and assaulted me, I don't want nothing to do with that person ever again. So that's why I had a problem with that whole conviction. Like, what was going on here? I can't remember all the details, but I do know she could, even after this assault happened the first time, she was still in his presence, and it happened again. So a lot of people are upset because Bill Cosby was released, but I have another issue here. Do I believe that Bill Cosby did drug and rape these women? I do. I don't think that these women are lying on Bill Cosby. Now, the lady that with reference to this case here, she came back for more for some reason. I can't figure that out. And she's supposed to be a lesbian. So, I don't know. I can't even explain what was going on in her head other than money. We all know money make people do some crazy shit. So, but these other women, there were other women who were drugged and raped by Bill Cosby. That's what they allege. I never understood how none of these women, at the time that the incident happened, none of them, for whatever reasons, went to the police and filed charges. They just didn't do it. And I think yesterday, over the weekend, I heard something like he had 63 victims that have come forward, 63. And all these 63 victims, none of them went and tried to file charges. dating back to before I was born in 1970. So since the late 1960s, Bill Cosby was capable and able to drug and rape women for decades, and nobody did nothing except for the one lady who the lady in the court case that he went to jail for, whose now his conviction has been overturned, and that's over with. So I firmly believe that Bill Cosby did do some of this stuff to these women. I don't think these women are making this stuff up. And I've been around enough men in my lifetime to know I've heard men discussing using date rape drug, or looking for the date rape drug to drug someone, knock them out, and take advantage of them. I don't see what kind of kick somebody would get out of taking advantage of a person who's just laying there comatose. But comatose, we don't know. Maybe Bill Cosby was into that type of stuff. Maybe he liked women that look dead while he was having sex with them. And I don't think Bill Cosby's the only person that was doing this. Now we have so many other people who come forward with these allegations. Actors, singers, dancers, everything. Well, there's so much stuff going on with sex. So you have to wonder, why would a wealthy man like Bill Cosby, he had money, why would he have to drug and rape women when he could have had the baddest women on planet Earth, and they would have gladly took the pill and laid there and said, not, but leave that, man, you just leave the money, let me collect my own money first, put that in my purse and put it in the safe over here. Now give me the pill. They gladly took the pill and did whatever they wanted to do. I know plenty of women who did that. Wouldn't that have made more sense? So clearly Bill Cosby has some issues, but it's just so weird because there's so many of these black guys. I'm just talking about black guys right now because I know white guys do it too. But it's just odd that I find I'm 51 years of age. And as I look past over my life, you got some serious issues with sex in the black community, particularly with our men, gay and straight. They got to have it. It's just very odd. I have a situation where a few weeks ago, a friend of mine was concerned he had picked up an STD. He's married. And he was concerned he may have given it to his wife. So he had to run around and do all this lab work and get all this stuff done. And in the midst of our conversation, I said, did you use a condom? He said, yeah, he used a condom, but he still felt something happened to have. This is what I have problems with. He was in panic mode. Something terrible, like afraid that something really had happened, which made me wonder, did you really lose a condom? These niggas don't like to use no condoms. So I'm thinking, okay, something went down here because you awfully run around here awfully afraid that you picked up something. So he ran all these testing clinics in place and got all this testing and stuff done. Luckily for him, nothing became of this. He didn't have any STD. But in the course of this, he was admitting to me that he had multiple sexual encounters with different women, multiple occasions, just randoms. Then you go home, take a shower, and get back in bed next to your wife. As if nothing happened. But now you run around here concerned that you may have picked up something and you may have given it to her. Luckily for him, he hadn't picked up anything. He was tested for every STD under the sun. It was none above. It was just a rash that he had from exercising, just a skin irritation, like jock itch. But I wondered, did he learn something from this? Because he was very, very afraid that his wife they're trying to get pregnant, trying to have a baby. They've been married a couple of years now. This is very concerning to me because I've met so many black guys. And I know white folks do it too. But I mean so many black men, gay and straight, who just can't control their dick. They can't. They have no control over it. It just wanders wildly through the city. Down, dick. You have to tame that motherfucker. They can't. Their dick just running wild. All over the place. Fucking this, fucking that. Men, women, dog, cat. It don't even matter. They can't be satisfied and be happy with what they got at home. They want everything. Like the niggas a Pac-Man just eating pussies and asshole all over the city. They can't go home and be happy with what you got at home, what you have at home. Bill Cosby was married. That was enough for him. He was still out there drugging and raping women. And the crazy part is, Bill Cosby's still married, and his wife has stuck through this through the whole time. And I think she knew what was going on. And never said a word. I could be wrong. She might not have known. I doubt it, though. But I don't think she was going to leave Bill Cosby and all his millions and billions of dollars. Just because he liked random comatose pussy. You have to wonder what was going through her head to remain in that situation, because she could have divorced him and took all this shit and went on about her damn business. I'm not a proponent. I'm not for divorce, but I will say, in cases like this, where you have a man, your husband, who's out there repeatedly sticking his penis into other people's vaginas or anal areas or whatever, or mouth, or whatever they do in these damn days, I think divorce is warranted. I wouldn't stay with anyone who was doing it. I couldn't stay with somebody, I remain in a relationship with anyone if I knew for a fact they were ripping around these streets, fucking like a wild dog in heat, with no dick control. I'm not going to stay in that, because I know how that's going to end. Like that fool just running around trying to get them STD tests around from clinic to clinic, trying to get all this stuff done because he's in panic mode. Y'all, I'm 51 years of age and I ain't never jumped up out of bed and said, oh my God, I gotta go get this test. I think I got something. You know, it's kind of like, okay. Now I have got up there and said, okay, something weird going on down here. Let me go see what's going on. Let me go to the dermatologist. I'm going to hit you too much. Something ain't right here. What is it? But I wasn't worried about my actions. I hadn't done nothing wrong. I was worried about that other motherfucker's actions. I was going to get that pistol out. Doctor, what's this rash down here? Let me know if I need to go. What is it? Oh, it's just dockage. Okay, sorry about this gun. Let me put this gun down. Oops, sorry about that. Didn't mean to scare you all. You know. Can you imagine? Because we know this happens. Can you imagine Bill Cosby was out there raping these women, drugging them and raping them? Did he pick up something along the way and give it to his wife, Camille? I, for some reason, am willing to bet because the risk was too great. You think he was using a condom when he had sex with women? I don't. If that's what he was really doing. I don't doubt the women lying. And I think one of the women said she woke up and there was some semen or something between her legs or something. Could he have possibly have picked up something and passed it along on to another victim? Passed it on to his wife, picked up an STD and gave it to his wife, you know? Because I know women do, and I know of many situations where women have contracted STDs from their husband, like HIVs, gonorrhea, syphilis, whatever. How do you respond if your husband brought a gift like that home to you? Honey, I got that package you gave me. What package? I didn't give you anything. Oh, yeah, you gave me the package, all right. Bow! Is that what you do? I mean, what do you do when your husband, or wife, because you know women do it too, brings you an STD? Then what? How do y'all get past this? I'm sure, I mean, you know, it's just a sexually transmitted disease. Some of them you can get rid of them, some of them you can't. The one that you can't get rid of, I'd be very concerned about that. When you done brought me some shit I can't get rid of, nigga, it's time for you to die tonight. But these guys, they're reckless. They had no concern. Sometimes sometimes I look at myself and I look at the behavior I see in my associates and friends, and I say, well, why do I not live my life like this? And I listen to the story and I say, wow, they out there just doing this. They're every damn thing. And I say, there's something wrong with me because I don't have no feeling or need, desire to get involved in any of this stuff. Never have. Maybe because I know my health is my wealth. And if I don't have dick control, my ass is going to be in trouble around this town. And I'm going to be sitting around looking stupid at the STD clinic trying to get me some shit. Can you give me an extra dose of how much you got? Give me a shot of that shit. Get 2 of them damn syringes out here. Shoot my ass. Where we shooting? I got to go, you know. You wonder what do people, you're married. You're out fucking random women or men, who knows. Aren't you concerned you might bring something home? Because even if you use a condom, like my friend claimed he used a condom, man, you still can pick up some stuff. You can still pick up syphilis and herpes. There's a lot of stuff you can still drag on, pick up, even if you wear a condom. But you and I know these niggas ain't wearing no condoms, right? They lying. You might get some good niggas out there that wear condoms. I remember back in the day before I met her, or every time I had a sexual encounter with most guys, we wore condoms religiously. Now, I did encounter some fools who tried to have sex without condoms. I was like, okay, this ain't gonna work. I applied a condom, put them on. They like, I don't like condoms. I'm like, you don't? Okay, well, what are we gonna do? I guess get out the checkers board. You know how to play checkers? Okay, well, let's play some spades then. Because I'm not about to fuck your ass without a condom. I don't know what you might have. But I know now people have moved away from using condoms for some reason. They don't like condoms. They don't like them. But they've never liked them. Even 30, 40 years ago, they didn't like them shit. But what does happen? Did Camille ever pick up something from all this stuff? Are you all in agreement that we all agree that Bill Cosby did do to these women what these allegations are correct and true? I mean, there's really no evidence, but for some reason, I believe these women are telling the truth. I don't think they're lying on Bill Cosby. I don't believe they're lying on Bill Cosby. But he's home. I have mixed emotions about it, you know, because he would have died in that prison cell because he's so old. I don't want anybody to die behind bars. I mean, that's just how I feel. Some of y'all might say, yeah, let that motherfucker rot. He didn't kill anyone. But he did enough damage, I'm willing to believe, to those women. I don't doubt that these women were harmed by his actions. I know for a fact they were. And some of those women probably wishing he had died in behind those bars. But that goes back to the thing that bothers me about this. Why didn't those women, the day it happened, the day when they realized what happened, why didn't they go to the police? That's just the question, and it's over. It's done and over with now. But I wish I could get into their head to understand, because I know if I went over to somebody's house, we going to watch Netflix, and I wake up all of a sudden, I'm in bed next to your ass, and I'm like, I'll reach down there, and I feel like, you didn't rape my ass. We may not make it to the police will probably be coming to get me after I got to bash that motherfucker's head in. You know, that's, if I'm, to me, I don't know. I've never been in a situation like that. I'll be very real with you all. I've never been to somebody's house, never drank a drink, and somebody drugged me. I felt weird. The closest thing I came to something similar was a friend of mine named Robert, who's passed away. I was at a club named Loretta's, and this guy brought me a drink. And we were sitting there talking, and I hadn't even drank the drink. And Robert came up and saw this guy give me this drink, and he came over and knocked the drink out of my hands and said, "Don't drink that. And stay away from him." See, Robert did this right in front of that guy. And I drink further before, and I'm like, and the guy looked, the guy just walked away. He's like, "Don't ever." And I said, "Why?" He was like, "Don't ever. I'll tell you about it later." So Robert knew this individual was going after young guys and drugging them. Something similar, because I never really got, because the next day when I was trying to get Robert to talk about it, he didn't want to talk about it. He just didn't take nothing from him. But I remember this like it was yesterday. Me holding a drink and wanting to give me a drink. As soon as I was about to drink, Robert knocked the shit out of my. He raced over there and knocked it out of my hands. That was about the closest thing I came to an encounter with somebody who might have been up to something. Hell, I didn't even get a chance to. None of that happened. I never got a chance to take a sip, thanks to Robert. One thing I would say about my friend Robert, a lot of people didn't understand Robert. Robert, and to a degree, I picked up some of Robert's habits. But Robert was a protector. He did care about his friends. He had a kind of messed up way of showing you about it. But he had a. Robert was wild. He was definitely, but he cared about people, just had a weird way of showing it. Like coming over, knocking the drink out the hand, confronting the guy, confronting me. Somebody else would probably be a little bit more discreet, probably took the drink and set it down and said, hey, Walter, come over here, let me talk to you for a second. No, don't do this. No, but Robert was like, oh, hell no, motherfucker. And truthfully, I'm glad the way he handled it, the way he did, because I never saw that nigga again. When I would see him, he'd go the other direction. That's so good, because whatever's going on, I don't know what was happening. Robert took care of that. I was like, oh, good. I can't worry about that no more. But I never had that issue. I never woke up. I never ever went home with anybody or woke up in my own bed and woke up and said, what the fuck just happened? How'd I get up in here? What the fuck is going on here? What? This ain't my house. Who painted this shit this color? Where the fuck am I at? This ain't my room. What? This cheap sheets and bed? This cheap coffee? What the fuck is this? Where? No. I always woke up in my own bed and I just wasn't... Y'all, when I tell you something, I'm glad I did stick to this rule over the years. I like being in my own home. You see I shoot my videos at home. I'm a homebody, y'all. I never went over other person's house and spent the night, ever. And when I was dating Earl, when I first met Earl was staying with his ex, and he'd come to my place. It was very few times when Earl got his own place. It was very rarely I would go over to his place. I just like my home. So prior to even meeting Earl, I didn't go to these niggas' houses and go spend the night, nothing like that. For what? You can come see me in my home. The comfort of my home is nice and clean. Come here. And come to my place. But to be honest with you, somebody could have came to my house and drugged me at my home place too. They just put something in the pill and I could have been drugged. But it never happened. I've heard a lot of stories from a lot of people about things that they went through, but it just never happened to me. I'm grateful. I sure wasn't going to have to wake up and bash and kill a nigga. Right? They're trying to figure out how I'm going to hide the body. How I get this blood about to flow. Where I got to find a shovel. Now I got to drive up to the mountains of Georgia. Then I got to bury this body. I got to go to the gym by 2 o'clock. But I got to bury this nigga first. That's a lot to worry about. That's just a lot. And it's hard digging a ditch in the middle of the daytime in the Georgia mountains. You got to sneak out there at nighttime to dig that ditch up in the Georgia mountains to throw that nigga into. They'll never see him again. Walter, didn't we see you with Tyrone Johnson a few days ago? They said you was the last person to see him. Tyrone, I left this place, went about my damn business. I ain't seen him either. Matter of fact, let me call him and see you. Hello, Tyrone? Tyrone? I know you ain't going to answer because that nigga's 6 feet under the damn ground. I'm still calling. Tyrone, where you at? Tyrone, where is he? I know where you are, nigga. You ain't answering no phones in hell. But, again, I've never had these issues. So those women, and I'm not saying I can't relate to what they're going through. I do. I just wish they had spoke up and said something sooner. Then we may not have. This man went years. He played on a TV show, The Cosby, in the most respectable TV role for a black man ever. And it's hard for a lot of us to get that Bill Cosby, Bill Huxtable, Dr. Huxtable out our head because we're like, could it possibly be a rapist? Not the Jell-O pudding, man. No way. It's shocking. And you women out there should learn something from this. If Dr. Huxtable was a serial rapist and we knew nothing about it, be careful who you're jumping in bed with. Be careful who you bring home with. Like I said, I got too many male friends, married men, who running out here with no dick control, but they go home to their wives. This is how STDs end up in unwanted children with another woman. Now, a quick story though. Another one of my friends got a woman pregnant, but his wife couldn't have a baby. This happened this year. They've been trying to get pregnant for a long time. He ended up getting this other woman pregnant. And they have accepted the wife, because she had been wanting a baby child for herself for years. She had to come to terms with this and accepting of this, her husband having a baby by another woman because she couldn't have one. Now, I don't know how she handled that. All I know is that they're still together, and that's all I know it happened this year. I don't know, maybe, they had been married for a while, and she couldn't conceive a child, but he had a child by another woman, a baby boy. So I'll do some digging and research on that. What happened? Tell me the whole story. But anyway, this video is a lot longer than I wanted it to be. It is Monday, July 5th, the year is 2021. I would love to hear you all thoughts and opinions about Bill Cosby's situation and the women that because this was, I wonder will any other women try to pursue charges against him, but they don't have any evidence. That's the problem. See, when you wait years and years and years and years, now the evidence is gone. There's nothing other than your word against his. So we'll see. But anyways, Monday, July 5th, you all have a good afternoon. Get out here, go to the gym, enjoy the rest of you all's day, and I look forward